G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today's April 4th, 2023. This is the S&P 500 update. As you can see on all three timelines, the daily, the 4-hourly and the hourly, we're still in a downtrend, but it's broken up through the moving average of the CCI 1500. So we're still waiting on it to turn, that moving average to turn green. You'll notice on the 4-hourly and the hourly, they've already broken up through the moving average. So they're both in that long positioning only. Now, if you want to trade these, I suggest you trade the smaller time frames based on the 4-hour. Likewise, if you want to trade the 4-hourly, make sure the daily is in an upswing as well. So don't trade the daily long yet. I would trade the hourly and smaller time frames based on the 4-hourly. So let's drill down on each of these and see what it looks like. So again, considering it's just broken above the moving average, we want to see that moving average on the CCI turn green or turn more into a bullish momentum. You'll notice it's broken up also through this diagonal descending trend line since yesterday, and it's now touching this dotted resistance area. And I'll say dotted because it hasn't formally formed yet. It hasn't completed that yet. So in the coming hours, if that confirms and it drops to the downside, then we'll remove that solid red line and move it down there. Otherwise, if this persists and breaks above significantly, then we'll keep that red bar up there as our main resistance area. So at the moment it's broken up through the descending and now reaching and sitting on this dotted line, which is a minor resistance. So just be careful. Also notice as well, I'll just zoom out, I've drawn a Fibonacci retracement and it's gone up and sitting on the 78% level at the moment. So typically when it breaks above the 61% level like it did back here, that's generally a change of direction, and that's what it's done. If that had bounced to the downside from 61% or somewhere even lower, then that would have been a continuation of the downtrend. But because it's gone above the 61%, that generally means it's potentially going to reverse. So at the moment, and on the 4-hour chart, you can see there I've drawn also these diagonal trend lines more clearly. You can see that there, and that same Fibonacci retracement to the upside. Now, on the hourly chart as well, I've got if I draw a Fibonacci retracement from that low to that current top, again, if it bounces down from the downside there, we want to see it potentially stay above the 23% or even the 38%. Anything below the 61%, as I said, could be a potential reversal. So it may still continue to the upside, but if it is going to reverse from there, we want to see it bounce from one of these Fibonacci levels at 4053 at 23% or 4006 at 38% potentially are in initial support areas. Now while I'm there, let me just remove that Fibonacci to make it a bit clearer. I've also got just a simple trading idea, and this is basically fractals. So again, drilling down further, looking at this upswing only. Remember, we're going long only because all three timelines are potentially aligned. So we want to go long only, so in that direction only. So whenever this moving average is green, as you can see there, and these spikes here represent the fractal breaking above, the candle breaking above the fractal. So you could have gone, and you want to go long as soon as it breaks above. So in that, you could have gone long at that point. Your target would have been a couple of days later at that level there at a 1% target. Next potential entry would have been that point there, and your target would have been at that level there, and getting closed out at that level, and so on. You can see there all these spikes is where the bar closed above the fractal. You would not go short at any of those. And just to prove that as well, notice going back here, going long, even though it says here going long, the fractal broke above, you're still in a decline. So it would have been a lot difficult getting out of the profitable trade when it's in decline. You want to get profitable only in the direction of the trend. So to get an idea of other trading ideas, reference some of the playlists in my description below. Subscribe and like the channel. Support us on Patreon further in the links in the description below, and see you in the next video.